Hello students, welcome to the online lecture series of Advanced Concrete Technology. So far we have covered almost all the points of Unit 4th, which is based on development of FRC, fiber reinforced concrete. So we have studied fiber reinforced concrete, its historical development, its properties, various types of fibers available in market, whether it is artificially occurred or naturally occurred. Okay, so till now we have covered all these points. Now the next topic of this unit is the interaction between fibers and matrix. Okay, so uncracked and cracked matrix. So this we have to cover in this lecture, and along with this I am going to tell you about fiber reinforced concrete. What is fiber reinforced concrete? What are the merits of fiber reinforced concretes, its demerits, its applications? Okay, and precautions during mixing and casting of fiber reinforced concrete composite. So these all topics will cover in this lecture only. Okay, so right now see fiber reinforced concrete. So what it is fiber reinforced concrete? Again I am telling you, it is a composite material consisting of mixtures of cement, mortar or concrete and discontinuous, discrete, uniformly dispersed suitable fibers. See, we are telling this fiber reinforced concrete. Okay, this is fiber reinforced concrete. So the concrete which is made up of by the presence of fiber in it. Okay, so reinforced means it have reinforcing bars also, and along with these things it have fibers. Okay, and fibers are of different categories. So it is up to you which kind of properties you want in your concrete. So it is up to you only. So we are having so many varieties of fiber in the market, means artificially or natural occurred fiber. Okay, so what is the importance of adopting fiber in the concrete? Okay, see, it increases structural integrity. Okay, and also it is mainly used in shotcreting but can also be used in normal concrete. So fiber concrete generally used in shotcreting. So what see one thing about plain cement concrete. See, plain cement concrete has very low tensile strength. Okay, because it does not have reinforcement property. Okay, so only about 1/10 of its compressive strength. So concrete undergoes significant volumetric changes. Okay, which cause internal stresses within the concrete matrix. Concrete matrix means the mixture of cement, water. Okay, cement, water, aggregate. So this is known as matrix. Okay, so when concrete undergoes significant volumetric changes, which is causes due to internal stresses. Okay, and these internal stresses is within the concrete matrix. So due to which micro cracks get developed in the concrete. Okay, when the concrete is induced with lots of stresses, then it will develop so many micro cracks. Okay, so the presence of such micro cracks at the mortar aggregate interface is responsible for the tensile failure of the concrete. See, if micro cracks are occurred in your concrete, then it resembles, or then it says that concrete does not have tensile strength. Tensile strength means the concrete have got tensile failure. Okay, so these micro cracks propagate and open up, resulting in inelastic deformation of the concrete. So because of the presence of these micro cracks, which are occurred due to volumetric changes and due to lots of internal stresses, so and these micro cracks are due to the tensile failure only. So we have to fix this tensile failure by some measures. Okay, so that's why we are adding fibers to it, to neglect all these tensile failure. Okay, so these when the tensile failure get in your concrete, then these micro cracks get propagate and open up. Okay, it results in inelastic deformation of the concrete. See, what are their necessities? Okay, necessities. What are the necessities of adopting fiber reinforced concrete? So see in this page, it is usually used to control plastic shrinkage cracking and drying shrinkage cracking. See, for better understanding of these shrinkage factor, means drying shrinkage, plastic shrinkage, creep, and also metrics, you can go with NPTEL videos. Okay, you can go with NPTEL videos. I'll share some links of the NPTEL videos, so you can go through that videos and have better understanding on this topic. Okay, so what are their necessities? It lowers permeability and thus reduces bleeding of water. Okay, amount of fibers added to a concrete mix is measured as a percentage of the total volume of composite. Means in what quantity you can add fibers to your concrete, so it can measure it. Means the fibers are measured according to the percentage of the total volume of composite. Composite means concrete plus fiber, so it termed volume fraction, so we can call this as volume fraction. Okay, so see, then also a variety of fiber materials are used in concrete, such as steel, glass, acrylic, cotton, rock wool, and synthetic material. Okay, synthetic material means nylon, polypropylene, polyester, polyethylene, and rayon were used in concrete. So many fibers are available in the market. So when fibers are added to the concrete, it increases various mechanical properties. Okay, such as toughness, ductility, flexural resistance, tensile strength, and shear resistance. So it also improves the control for the effects like fatigue. It restrict fatigue, impact, and shrinkage, and fire resistance too. Okay, so so whenever the concrete is reinforced with fibers, okay, which is less expensive than hand tied rebar, still it increases the tensile strength many times. Okay, so now what are the merits of fiber reinforced concrete? See, we have so many benefits of adopting fiber reinforced concrete. So the primary use of fibers in the concrete is to enhance the properties of conventional reinforced concrete. So it is the latest version of reinforced concrete, no? So it increases so many properties of the concrete which we are looking for. So resistance, it resists to crack propagation due to plastic and drying shrinkage. See, plastic and drying shrinkages happen in all types of concrete, so it resists. Okay, it resists resistance to thermal and moisture stresses. Then it increased ductility, increased impact and abrasion resistance, decreased permeability, decreased mixed water bleed rate, and decreased handling damage during transport of dry cast products to curing areas. So these are there, means means directly or in small or in simple words, it increases tensile strength, it reduces air voids, it increases durability. Okay, so see, whenever there are some merits, there will be demerits too. Okay, so we have some demerits too, disadvantages of fiber reinforced concrete. So what are they? See, specific gravity is higher. When you are adopting fibers in your concrete, specific gravity is very much high. Okay, then corrosion is occurred in steel fibers. If you are adopting steel fiber in your concrete, then there may be occurrence of corrosion. Okay, then higher price, obviously, exacting of production technology. So in simple words, corrosion is occurred in steel fiber, specific gravity is more, and higher cost. So these are the demerits of adopting fiber reinforced concretes. Okay, now so many applications are there. So many applications are there for adopting fiber reinforced concrete. So see, this FRC is commonly used as for road pavements, airfield pavements, okay, industrial flooring, then precast elements, shotcreting. Generally, we are adopting fiber reinforced concrete and shotcreting. Then pipes, roof tiles, curtain walls, bridges, decks, lining of tunnels, impact resisting structures. Okay, these are the applications of fiber reinforced concrete. Now the next is the most important one. What are the factors which affects its properties? Means factors affecting properties of fiber reinforced concrete. So see, it is a composite material, we all know that. Okay, so it contains fiber in the cement matrix in an orderly manner or randomly distributed manner. So you can add fiber in an ordered manner or in a distributed manner. Okay, so so many factors which affects its properties. So what are they? The first one is the relative fiber matrix stiffness. Okay, the relative fiber matrix stiffness. So what is it? The modulus of elasticity of matrix must be much lower than that of fiber. Okay, so matrix means cement water aggregate. Okay, so it will produce matrix. So this the modulus of elasticity of this matrix must be much lower than that of fiber for efficient stress transfer. Okay, so high modulus fiber such as steel, glass and carbon import strength and stiffness to the composite. So interfacial bond between the matrix and the fiber also determine the effectiveness of stress transfer. Okay, so from the matrix to the fiber, a good bond is essential for improving tensile strength of the composite. So we have so many fibers of low modulus of elasticity and high modulus of elasticity. If you are looking for low modulus elasticity, you can go with these fibers like artificial like nylon, polypropylene, and high means steel, glass and carbon fibers. So just keep in mind the very first line, the modulus of elasticity of matrix, okay, must be much lower than that of fibers. So matrix का elasticity कम होना चाहिए than that of fiber. Okay, so this is the first factor affecting. Now the next, in the topmost line, volume of fiber. यदि volume of fiber is less than 1%, you can use in slab and pavement that have large exposed surface loading. यदि moderate volume है means 1 to 2% volume है fiber का, then you can use in shotcrete. If the high volume is there means greater than 2%, you can use in making high performance FRC. Okay, so now the second factor is volume of fiber. Okay, so volume of fiber plays an important role. Okay, so the strength of composite largely depends on the quantity of fibers present in it. Larger the volume of fiber, more will be the strength and toughness of the composite. So higher volume of the fiber causes segregation and harshness of concrete and mortar. So this one is the drawback of adopting high volume. Okay, as steel fiber content is restricted to 2% by volume only. So this one is the most important one. You can use steel fiber less than or equal to 2% of by volume. So now the next factor is aspect ratio. Okay, so aspect ratio is ratio of the fiber length and its diameter. Okay, means ratio of fiber's length to the diameter. Okay, so this property is used to represent the amount of fiber surface against the concrete mix. So It influences the properties and behavior of the composite is the aspect ratio only. So see here in this table, first of all, listen. If there will be increment in the aspect ratio of the fiber, which is usually in segments, the flexural strength and toughness of the matrix. Okay, fibers which are too long tend to ball in the mix and create workability problem. So you have to keep in mind that the fiber you are adding to the concrete will not produce ball in the mix. Okay, if it produce ball, then it create workability problem. So the effect of aspect ratio on the strength and toughness is shown in this table. See, type of concrete: plain concrete in first one. Plain concrete, type of concrete is plain concrete with randomly dispersed fiber, means there the reinforcement or the reinforcing bars is absent in this category. Means in plain concrete you are providing tensile strength by the help of fibers to it. Okay, so with randomly dispersed fiber. Okay, randomly. So aspect ratio, if the aspect ratio is 0, okay, then relative strength will be 1 and relative toughness will be 1. If aspect ratio is 25, then 1.5 and 2 points. So see this table and see the last 3 points: short fibers 20 to 60, then long fibers 200, so you can use to represent amount of fiber surface against the concrete mix. Fibers which are too long tend to ball in the mix and create workability problem. Now the next factor is orientation of fiber. So fibers aligned parallel to the applied load. Fibers aligned parallel to the applied load efficient more tensile strength and toughness than randomly distributed or perpendicular fibers. Okay, so you just keep in mind, just use fiber or just place fibers in the concrete in parallel way. Okay, workability of composite and compaction of concrete. See, in the first one, in orientation of fibers, is the first point. One of the difference between conventional reinforcement and fiber reinforcement is that in conventional reinforcement bars are oriented in the direction desired. Okay, while fibers are randomly oriented. Okay, so आपको क्या है इसमें conventional concrete में you have to place reinforcing bars in an orderly way, but in this one you can use or you can place in randomly oriented. So for this fibers are placed in different direction to see the effect. So we can place fibers in different direction to see its behavior. Okay, so that is in one set fibers are aligned parallel to the direction of load and in other perpendicular and in next one randomly distributed. So likewise you can calculate or you can see the impact of the arrangement of fiber in the concrete. So it was observed that fibers are aligned parallel to the applied load offered more tensile strength and toughness. So now the next is the workability of composite and compaction of concrete. See, incorporation of fibers decreases the workability considerably. So this situation adversely affects the consolidation of fresh mix. So workability and compaction standard of the mix is improved through increased water cement ratio or by the use of some kind of admixtures. The next is the size of aggregate. See, the maximum size of the coarse aggregate should be restricted to 10 mm to avoid appreciable reduction in the strength. Okay, so size of aggregate should be restricted to 10 mm if you are adopting FRC. Then next is mixing. It is important that the fibers are dispersed uniformly throughout the mix. This can be done by the addition of the fibers before the water is added. Okay, so you can just keep in mind, when you are adopting fiber reinforced concrete or when you are making fiber reinforced concrete, you just place or you just mix the fibers into it before the application of water. Then only you can mix the fibers in an uniform way. Okay, so these are the factors which affects fiber reinforced concrete and its behavior. Okay, now so many precautions are there during mixing and casting of fiber reinforced concrete. So just try to listen it well. I am telling you, so many precautions are there because this is the most important one when you are adopting fiber reinforced concrete. So when you mix and cast the FRC, various precautions you have to take. Okay, the first one is the mixing of fiber reinforced concrete needs careful condition to avoid balling of fibers. Means just keep in mind, after adding water it will not create balls. Okay, so mixing of fiber reinforced concrete needs careful condition to avoid balling of fibers, segregation, and became difficult to mixing material uniformly. Okay, then the next is higher aspect ratio is required to improve a bond strength between fiber and matrix. Okay, so you have to keep higher aspect ratio as much as possible. On other hand, a high aspect ratio adversely affects the workability of plain concrete. See, in general, the problem of both workability and uniform distribution increases with increasing the fiber length and volume. Means a fiber length and volume you are adding, means you are increasing these two things, then it will create the problem in view of workability and uniform distribution. So you have to balance all these things while adopting FRC. So the possibility of clumping of fibers exists whenever fiber drops from one conveyor belt into another. Okay, so these are the possibilities. The conveyor belt carrying fiber bounce over their roller. An overload of fiber reaches the sides of the mixing drum. So following are the see, these are the means where some of the precautions to avoid balling or clumping of fiber during mixing. So how you can achieve this one? So add the clump free fibers directly to the mixer. Okay, once the other ingredients have been uniformed mix. Add the fiber at rate 45 kg per minute only. Okay, the mixer should be rotating at full speed as the fibers are being added. After the fiber addition is complete, the contents should be mixed for at least another 50 revolutions at normal recommended mixing speed. Okay, this is for I am telling you for like for RMC type. Okay, so or you can add fiber to the concrete before charging into the mixer. So they can either be placed directly on top of aggregate or be carried on a separate belt that empties onto the charging belt. Or one more alternate, or mix the fiber in by feeding them simultaneously with aggregates, cement admixture and about 90% of water. So this procedure is achieved by slowing down the aggregate feed and adding the other ingredient. So proper mixing carried by any method will provide uniform distribution of clump free fibers. So proper mixing should be there. This one is the most important factor which you have to keep in mind, or precaution while mixing and casting fiber reinforced concrete. So these are the some of the main precautions you have to keep in mind, you have to take. Means one should know about these precautions when they are adopting for fiber reinforced concrete. So this is all about fiber reinforced concrete. What is fiber reinforced concrete, its merits, demerits, applications, precautions. So in this lecture I have covered all the points about fiber reinforced concrete. Now I am showing you one table, okay, of physical properties of various types of fiber. See the table showing physical properties of different types of fibers. The first one is acrylic fiber. Okay, acrylic. The next one is asbestos. The first one is acrylic, which having specific gravity 1.0, modulus GP8, tensile strength, and elongation at breaking point percent. So these are the properties of different fibers like asbestos, carbon, cotton, glass, nylon, polyester, rayon, steel. So just have a look at this table. Okay. So this fiber reinforced concrete is very important one, and along with this, the one more concrete is there, that is polymer concrete. So which is the polymer concrete is also a composite concrete in which the polymer replaces the cement water matrix in सीमेंट कॉन्क्रीट. ओके, सो सीमेंट कॉन्क्रीट में किसको रिप्लेस कर देता है? पॉलीमर रिप्लेस सीमेंट वाटर मैट्रिक्स. ओके, so we have monomers, pre-polymers which are added to the grid aggregate and mixed thoroughly. So these are the some important polymers. Okay, and also we have so many types of polymer concrete like polymer impregnated concrete, resin or polymer concrete, polymer modified concrete, pre-polymer cement concrete. So we have lots of polymer concrete types. Okay, and their applications too. So you can use polymer concrete in rapid repair for damaged airfield pavement and industrial structures. You can use polymer concrete for treating the stilling basin of dams. Okay, polymer pipes are used for transporting effluents and wastewater. Okay, it used in rock bowls, manufacturing of electric poles. So in at so many places you can use polymer concrete or you can adopt polymer concrete. Waterproofing of the structures too it passes. So we have so many properties of polymer concrete. So in the next lecture I'll tell you about fiber matrix bond, and which will be the last lecture of this unit. Okay, so just study well and listen this lecture in proper way, because I have covered important points in today's lecture, and one must know about these things if you are looking for a career in construction industry. So this one is most important one. So thank you all of you.